Got a fish going here. Here it comes right here. Nice color. Nice rockfish. Nice rockfish here. Fishing aboard the new Huck fin out of Emeryville Sport Fishing in Northern California today. And we're up here today. We'll be catching more rockfish like this. And hopefully in this week's episode of Sport Fishing, we're gonna be looking for some lingcod too. You never know what to expect up here. Always good quality rockfish just like this one. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. I'm Dan Hernandez and I live to fish. That's a nice vermilion right there. Yeah, this is what fishing's like. I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life. Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way.
Much for the rock fishing, we've been doing squid strips and then some live anchovies. So, the areas we've been fishing, pretty much the rockfish are right up off the bottom for the first 10 feet. So hit the bottom, take a couple turns up, and it should put you right in the middle of the fish. Okay, you want to make sure you're not too high. They're really right off the bottom lately. So. Yeah, that's a good one. There you go.
Lingcod.
We're just rock fishing up the coast here. It's a nice lingcod we just caught. Probably 25 inches. Maybe 6 pounds. Nice one.
I got another fish going here. Just fishing bait. Let's see what we got here. It's pretty easy fishing right now. It's just light line, using 25-pound test line, 2 hook canyon. We got 2. This is what we're trying to do. Get to 10 and you got a limit. Pretty simple fishing. These are shrimp flies, and what's nice about a shrimp fly is that if your bait comes off, you still will catch fish with just that shrimp fly moving around. And go ahead and put these in here. Oh, it's not my bag. Somebody just got a fish. All right, well, let's take a little break from the action, and we're gonna go to the tackle box and show you the gear we're using for today's trip here aboard the new Huck fin. This week on the tackle box, I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing today. We're up north, we're fishing for rockfish. There's lots of ways to catch them. In this week's episode, we're catching a lot of fish on live bait, but when you start targeting lingcod, the best way to catch them is with the big artificial. One of my favorite jigs to use is a magic metal jig. What's nice about these jigs, besides that they have welded rings on them, so if you think you're going to catch a small rockfish but you hook a 40 or 50-pound lingcod, you don't have to worry about your split rings opening up. These welded rings are going to hold that fish on. But the way you want to fish a jig when you're fishing for lingcod is let your metal jig go all the way to the bottom. Let it hit the bottom. When you hit the bottom, put the reel in gear, wind up as fast as you can, about 3 or 4 cranks, and that's it. You just want your lure to dart up off the bottom really quick. And once you get to 3 or 4 cranks up, you stop, put in free spool, and let your lure flutter again. Probably half the time you're going to get bit as your lure's going away, and the other half you're going to get bit when you stop it and it flutters right back down on the lingcod. It's a great method to use. You'll catch the smaller rockfish too, but if you really want a big lingcod, think about using something like this, a magic metal jig, nothing lighter than an 8 ounce, probably 10 ounce would be better, and just fish it right on the bottom. If you're going to be fishing with live anchovies, you can use a mustad circle hook, works out really good. And you can also use the small B52 bucktail jig in 1/2 ounce and 1 ounce. 2 of those. Remember, you can only have 2 hooks on a line in California. Well, that's a basic way to catch fish here. Let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
There he is, little black rockfish. Yeah. Oh boy. There you go. That's good.
I switched over to a little jig using a magic metal, 2.5 ounce with some squid on it. Here we go. It's a brown rockfish, not a monster, but using a jig that way I have a shot at a ling, even though this is a really small jig. Normally when you think about lingcod fishing, you're thinking about using a big jig, but we're in shallow water. We're only fishing about 40 feet right now, and when this drift is over, we'll only be in 15 feet of water. So that's when I'm using the small jig, something I can flutter with, and then tipping it with squid, because the rockfish always like the squid. All right, let's take a little break from the action. Vermilion rockfish, sometimes called red rockfish or red snapper, is one of the prized rockfish in Southern California. They live in a wide range as far south as Baja California, Mexico, and north to Vancouver Island in Canada. They can be found in rocky bottom depths from 100 to 500 feet deep. They'll eat just about anything, including squids, shrimps, and other fishes.
All right. Nice black. Oh yeah.
Andy Giuliano on the new Huck fin out of Emeryville, California. We're fishing the coast, light tackle, rock cod fishing today. Light tackle, shrimp flies, live bait for schooling cod, and black cod, blue cod, brown cod, a whole variety. There's about 8 different varieties of rockfish you can catch all in the same drift here.
Perch, link cod bait.
I'm still fishing that magic metal jig. There we go. Fishing that magic metal jig with some squid on there. There we go. Just a little cabezon. Another species. No. Is it a sculpin? Looks more like a cab. No, it's cabezon. Cabezon, isn't it? Yeah. No, sculpin would have more spines up on top. That's a little cabezon there. Just fishing that jig. I'm gonna go ahead and release this fish. It's a little small. We're getting bigger fish here. Let's take a little break from the action here aboard the new Huck fin and go to the galley and show you how to cook up one of the delicious rockfish we're catching today. This week in the galley, we're in Whittier, California at Portsmouth, a restaurant up here in Old Town Whittier, and standing next to me is Chef Julio. Hey Chef, thanks for having us out.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
So what do you have in store for us today?
So, today we got European sea bass. We're gonna grill it. So what we do here, we actually do it 2 ways. We either pan fry it or grill it. Give the patron the option to grill or fry.
And that's a fish that you normally would serve here?
Yes. This is the fish we're serving at this time right now.
Cool. And it's a white kind of meat fish, so if you have a halibut or if you have a rockfish, you probably do the same too.
Yeah, I've done it with red snapper. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right, so how do we get started?
So basically, I spray this pan spray on there so it won't stick onto the grill. It's kind of a little secret. There's some different ways of doing it. This is the way I do it just because we do high volume. Salt. A little black pepper. And onto the grill. So my tip for grilling the fish is basically having a grilled, hot grill, clean grill, and when you actually pick the fish up, make sure that it is not dragged and just picked up and set down, because once you drag the fish, you're gonna tear the skin up. Fish up and flip it over. So now our fish is grilled on both sides. I pick it up, I set it on the plate. As you can see, it is grilled. Pop it into the oven.
So Julio, if I was doing this in the backyard in the barbecue, what would I do differently?
Well, in the backyard barbecue, most people have a barbecue with a lid on it or a hood on it so you can shut it and open it. I would recommend that you would put your fish somewhere where the heat's not too high, and then off the actual charcoal onto the rack. Close the lid and let it sit in there and finish off in there. So I'm going into the oven, bringing out the fish. As you can see, it's grilled, it's baked, it's done, it's finished, it's ready to go.
This looks really good, Julio. So this is European sea bass.
Yes.
And again, you said you could do this with halibut, red snapper, any of that lighter type of fish?
You could do it any of those fishes.
Cool. Well, I gotta take a little piece of this. Oh, look how white that meat is. A little bit of your sauce. That's really delicious. And I love the tip you gave us about how to do this on your barbecue at home to lower the heat, put it in the tray, treat that like your oven.
Yeah.
And that we can fully cook the fish.
Yes.
That's good. Thanks a lot, Julio. It's
Thank
great
you.
being here with you.
Thank you.
And we're at Portsmouth here in Whittier, California, and just a delicious dish. Let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
Nice. Go for it. Go for it. Real nice.
Go for it.
Excellent eating.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. It's
Yeah. Sea trout. No, it's big China. Big China.
Oh, China cod.
Pretty hard. I thought it was a little weird.
Yeah.
Did you know that a lingcod can grow to be 20 inches long, 40 inches long, or 60 inches long? The correct answer is 60 inches long.
go slow, slow, slow. Nice one.
So today on the new Huck fin, we've just been fishing along the coast, not going too far out. We want to avoid all the high seas, strong winds. The conditions are changing again. We had some bright sunny conditions earlier today, and now the cloud cover is coming back in, which San Francisco, you always hear about the fog and the low clouds, and that's kind of what's happening now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide the boat back outside. We're fishing really shallow. The deepest water we fished today so far has been 40 feet, but most of the spots we've been fishing are only about 20 feet deep. So using live anchovies, cut squid, guys are using shrimp flies, the bucktails, and a variety of small baits.
What is that? Little squid. Shrimp fly.
Got another fish here. See what he ate this time, the shrimp fly or the bucktail. He ate the shrimp fly with an anchovy on it. There we go, another nice rockfish. Ate that shrimp fly and it had a live anchovy on there. Nice quality fish.
These little fish, we just keep them for bait. So we save them here on the bucket. So you save them on the bucket and then we use it for bait.
Yep. I think that's it. Oh, there you go. Black rockfish.
All rock cod.
Let's see what we got here. There it is. Brown rockfish. Not saying this is just a very simple rig. You use the, remember in California you can only use 2 hooks. So it doesn't matter if it's on a bucktail or a jig or just a straight single hook. So there's 1 hook there and another hook here on the shrimp fly. Nice simple technique to catch fish.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that. That's a nice one.
A nice chunky brown.
Yeah, brown rockfish. There it is. Brown rockfish. Here, nice brown. Got this one on a B52 bucktail. The strip of squid. Nice quality fish. This is what you want to catch. These are really good eating. All right, we're gonna take a little break from the action. When we return, I'll be giving you this week's tip of the week. For this week's tip of the week, I want to talk to you a little bit about how we caught all these fish today. But before I do that, isn't this an amazing sight? We're at the Golden Gate Bridge. This is one of the extra bonuses of coming up here and fishing out of Northern California, out of Emeryville. You know, it doesn't matter if Emeryville, Berkeley, all those areas have great fishing up here. But for those of us like me that are from Southern California, to come up here, go underneath the Golden Gate Bridge is a great thrill and a great privilege. But back to the tip of the week. How we caught all the fish today was using bait. We caught most of the fish using live anchovies, using cut squid, and we pinned that on the shrimp flies and on the B52 bucktails. It worked really good. You know, you can catch fish on a B52 bucktail and the shrimp fly with nothing on it, but it works a lot better if you got that bait on it. We saw that today. That's how the majority of the fish were caught today. Even the lingcod were caught that way too. It worked really good. Well, I want to thank the whole crew aboard the new Huck Fin. Had a great time fishing with them. It's always fun to fish with Dave on the deck, and we had a great time. And right here at the Golden Gate Bridge, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.